Once upon a time, nestled beside the shimmering turquoise lake, lived a humble potter named Rohan and his ambitious wife, Leela, and daughter Ria in a tiny mud hut. Rohan spent his days shaping clay into beautiful pots, content with his simple life. But Leela yearned for more. Rohan, look at this dusty hut. The walls are cracking, and I'm tired of sweeping mud all day. She'd often sigh, her gaze fixed on the grand houses in the distance. Rohan loved Leela dearly, but no matter how intricately he decorated their pots or how many wildflowers he brought her, her dissatisfaction lingered. If he gifted her a smooth grey stone, she longed for a sparkling pebble. If he offered her sweet berries, she craved juicy mangoes. One sunny afternoon, as Rohan cast his net into the clear lake, hoping for a few plump fish for their dinner, his net snagged on something unusual. It felt heavy and strangely smooth. With a grunt, he pulled it ashore and was astonished to find a magnificent, iridescent turtle caught in its mesh. Its shell shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow. "Well, well, you finally caught me, haven't you, Potter?" The turtle croaked, its voice surprisingly clear. "Huh? Did you just talk?" Rohan stammered, bewildered. "Indeed, I did," the turtle replied. "But listen, I'm no ordinary reptile. I'm actually a water spirit, bound by an ancient enchantment. Please, kind Potter, release me. Spare my life, and I shall grant you any wish your heart desires." "No, no need," Rohan said, still reeling from the talking turtle. "I've never encountered a talking turtle before. Of course, I'll set you free. Go on, back to the lake." And with that, he gently nudged the radiant turtle back into the water. Rohan returned home, a strange mix of awe and bewilderment swirling within him. "Why are you back so early? Did you not catch any fish?" "Couldn't you at least gather some lotus roots?" Leela asked, her arms crossed. "No, Leela, but I caught something extraordinary. A turtle. And it spoke to me. It said it was a water spirit," Rohan exclaimed. "A talking turtle? What nonsense," Leela scoffed. "And what happened then?" "Well, it offered me a wish because I freed it. But I was so surprised, I just let it go back into the lake." "You found a magic creature and let it go without asking for anything?" Leela's voice rose in disbelief. "You saved its life. You could have wished for a decent house. Go back to that lake this instant, Rohan, and ask for a proper home to make me happy." Rohan, unable to deny his wife's persistent request, reluctantly returned to the lake. "Oh, wise turtle, spirit of the waters, I have come to make a wish," he called out, his voice echoing across the still surface. The iridescent turtle emerged from the depths. "What is it you desire, Potter?" "My wife. She is not happy living in our small hut. She wishes for a proper house." "Go home, Potter," the turtle replied. "Your wife now has a new home."
Hurried back, and his jaw dropped. Standing where their mud hut once stood was a charming brick house with a tiled roof and windows that sparkled in the sunlight. Inside, new furniture gleamed, and the air felt clean and fresh. "Oh, Rohan, we no longer live in that dreadful hut. We have a lovely house, and everything is new," Leela exclaimed, her eyes wide with delight. "Yes, Leela," Rohan smiled, hoping this would finally bring her contentment. "Now we can live happily ever after in this lovely house, right?" But that night, as Rohan slept soundly, Leela lay awake, her mind already conjuring new desires. As the sun painted the sky with hues of orange and pink, Leela presented her next demand at breakfast. "Rohan," she began, her tone decisive, "this house, while better, still feels ordinary. I want a grander house, a mansion even. I want to be the lady of a great estate. Don't you understand? Go back to the lake and tell that turtle spirit what I desire." With a sigh, Rohan returned to the tranquil lake. "Oh, wise turtle, spirit of the waters, I have come to make another wish." The iridescent turtle emerged. "What troubles you now, Potter? My wife, she is still not content. Now she desires a grand mansion." "Go home, Potter," the turtle said. "Your wife now resides in a mansion." When Rohan returned, a magnificent mansion stood before him, complete with sprawling gardens and a grand entrance. Leela stood on the steps, dressed in fine silks. "Rohan, look, I am now the lady of a great estate," she declared. "Yes, Leela," Rohan replied, a hint of weariness in his voice. "Are you happy now?" I suppose it will do for now, but we shall see," she said, already looking towards the distant hills with a speculative glint in her eyes. Days turned into weeks, and Leela's ambitions grew with each sunrise. She summoned Rohan one morning, her voice filled with a new urgency. "Rohan, time slips through our fingers like water. I want more than just a mansion. I want to rule this entire region. I want to be a governor. Go back to that turtle and tell him my wish. Leela, my dear wife, why this insatiable desire? Rohan pleaded. Isn't this wealth and status enough? Enough. Never. If you truly want my happiness, go to that water spirit now, Leela insisted. Heavy-hearted, Rohan returned to the lake. Oh, wise turtle, spirit of the waters, I have come to make yet another wish. The iridescent turtle emerged, its gaze steady. Your wife is still not happy, Potter. Alas, no. Now she wishes to be the governor of this entire region. Very well, Potter, the turtle said. Go home. Your wife is now a governor. Rohan returned to find the mansion now surrounded by guards in official uniforms. Leela sat on a raised platform, issuing decrees to petitioners. Leela, Rohan said softly. Leela surveyed her surroundings with a critical eye. Perhaps, for the time being. But power is fleeting, Rohan. We shall see what tomorrow brings. Another week passed, and Leela's desires escalated further. Rohan, she announced one morning, her voice ringing with ambition. Governing a region is not enough. I want to be the ruler of the entire land, a queen. Go to that turtle and demand this for me. Rohan's heart sank. Leela, please, where will this end? Can't we be satisfied with what we have? Silence, Rohan. Do you want me to be happy or not? Go to the lake, Leela commanded. With a heavy heart, Rohan made his way back to the lake. O wise turtle, spirit of the waters, I have come with yet another wish. The iridescent turtle emerged, its expression thoughtful. Your wife's desires know no bounds, do they, Potter? What does she crave now? She wishes to be the queen of the entire land. Rohan mumbled. Go home, Potter, the turtle replied. Your wife is now a queen. When Rohan returned, the mansion had transformed into a magnificent palace, flags bearing Leela's emblem fluttering from its towers. She sat on a majestic throne, adorned in royal robes. Leela, my queen, Rohan said, bowing low. Are you truly happy now? Leela gazed at her opulent surroundings, a strange emptiness in her eyes. I don't know, Rohan. Perhaps. But there's still so much more. Days turned into years, and Leela's ambition continued to soar. She became an empress, ruling over vast territories. Yet, her heart remained restless. Finally, she made her most audacious demand. Rohan, she declared, her voice echoing through the grand palace halls. I want to be like the sun and the moon. I want to rule the heavens themselves. Go to that turtle and tell him this. Rohan stood aghast. Leela, my beloved wife, this is madness. Such power is not meant for mortals. Please, stop this endless yearning. Silence, you fool. Do as I command, Leela roared. With a broken heart, Rohan returned to the lake for the final time. Oh, wise turtle, spirit of the waters, he whispered, his voice filled with despair. My wife. She now wishes to rule the heavens, to be like the sun and the moon. Potter, it said gently, your wife's desires have led her too far. Go home. Rohan returned to find the grand palace vanished. The sprawling gardens had disappeared. In its place stood their tiny mud hut, just as it had been in the beginning. And there, sweeping the dusty floor, was Leela, dressed in her simple clothes. Rohan, what happened? Where is the palace? Where are the servants? She asked. Confusion etched on her face. Rohan embraced her tightly. Leela, my dear wife, the magic is gone. We are back where we started. Leela looked around the small hut, her eyes finally seeing it not as a prison, but as a home. She saw the familiar cracks in the walls, the worn-out furniture, and a wave of unexpected warmth washed over her. She looked at Rohan, his face etched with worry and love. Oh, Rohan, she whispered, tears welling in her eyes. I was so foolish. I chased after illusions and forgot the true treasures I already possessed. I was happiest right here, with you, in our simple home. Rohan held her close. It's all right, Leela. What matters is that we are together. From that day forward, Leela's heart was content. She found joy in the simple rhythm of their lives, in Rohan's loving presence, and in the quiet beauty of their little hut by the shimmering lake. They lived happily ever after, understanding that true happiness lies not in endless acquisition, but in appreciating the love surrounds us.